My name is Lauren, and this tale began not with a glance exchanged or a kiss shared. It began with a bottle of wine that tasted off and the stillness of an empty kitchen where unspoken feelings lingered in the air. I find myself at the age of 36, navigating the complexities of life and longing for something deeper. 10 years ago, I entered a union with a man who has long since turned his gaze away from me. I find myself at a crossroads, where every feeling stirs deep within, yet I hold my tongue, embracing the silence of unspoken truths. His unwavering presence ignites a spark within me. He shows me a tenderness that stirs something deep within. He considers my presence in his plans, weaving me into the fabric of his aspirations. Yet it pales in comparison to the profound experience of love. For an eternity, no one has been able to stir my soul, neither with their words nor with their actions. Ethan, my partner's brother, embodies a stark contrast to my husband. At 29 years old, he finds himself in solitude, spending minimal time on work while embracing moments filled with joy and laughter. He has always been defined by his chaotic spirit, his reckless abandon, and an irresistible allure that draws others in. Each visit from him transforms my space into a realm of playful chaos, where laughter dances in the air and tales weave a tapestry of longing. At times it stirs a deep longing within me, while at others it evokes memories of a time when I felt truly connected to something greater. Last Friday, he arranged a private gathering with his friends at our home, with my husband's consent. Naturally, my husband withdrew to his slumber early, as he often does. As I tended to the kitchen, his gentle laughter floated through the air. From the living room, stirring something deep within me. He felt an intense yearning to connect, yet he instinctively opted for the shadows, as was his way. As the clock struck midnight, I dimmed the lights, gathered my hair, and prepared to clear away the remnants of the evening. I found myself draped in a familiar garment, one that embraced me in the solitude of my own space, blending into the background, unassuming and spontaneous. In solitude, I find myself enveloped in a profound sense of longing. I moved forward, lost in the moment, oblivious to the path or the call that lingered in the air. In an instant, they appeared at the threshold of the kitchen, stirring something deep within me. 3 vibrant companions of Marco, their glasses nearly drained, radiated a lively glow fueled by the intoxicating allure of the evening. One of them, if I recall, was named Mason. I caught him gazing at me with a curious intensity, as though he were attempting to unravel the depths of my being. I gazed not as though she were merely the spouse of a companion, but as if he has uncovered a revelation, something I never realized I yearned to behold. "Forgive me. Have we unsettled you?" he asked, a hint of a smile playing at the corners of his lips, as if caught between longing and restraint. I responded with a hint of uncertainty, caught between the urge to smile and the pretense of irritation. The other 2 indulged in the wine. Mason stood frozen, caught in a moment that pulsed with unspoken longing. His gaze lingered on me, heavy with unspoken longing. I attempted to act as if everything was fine, yet a stirring within me revealed a disquiet that was anything but ordinary. I was unaware of the depths that lay beneath the surface of my assumptions about you. He spoke freely, unburdened by the weight of consequences. I spun away, feigning ignorance to the whispers that tugged at my heart. Yet my quivering hands betrayed me in the most unexpected way. A drop of wine graced my cheek, stirring something deep within me. "Allow me to extend my assistance," he murmured, taking a step closer. Being near her felt like stepping into a world filled with unspoken yearnings and hidden truths. This journey is mine alone, not his. The laughter echoed around me, yet I found myself lost in a haze, unable to grasp the humor that danced just out of reach. They shared a joyous laughter, a moment filled with unspoken longing. Mason's eyes were locked onto mine, his presence enveloping me as his intoxicating scent drew nearer. Timber whispers, the scent of embers, a canvas of nostalgia. Friends, we may already be crossing boundaries. He chose to walk away as one of his friends, remarked upon sensing the charged atmosphere. Mason lingered, caught in a moment that felt both exhilarating and forbidden. His gaze lingered on mine, charged with an intensity that stirred something deep within. In that moment, he stepped back, an unspoken tension lingering in the air, leaving behind a silence that echoed with unfulfilled longing. Yet, an unexpected turn unfolded. He shies away from the world outside, within. With my heart racing, I ascended the stairs, each step echoing the thrill of what lay ahead. In the dim light of the room, my husband lay in a deep slumber, his back turned to me, creating a space filled with unspoken longing. In the quiet of the room, I changed clothes without looking in the mirror, burdened by questions I couldn't yet name. What he was feeling was beyond his control. It was a tangled web of feelings, difficult to define. Embrace the sensation of profound completeness. Just a single glance, igniting the thrill of his closeness, born from a moment of neglect. Perhaps in the shadows of that night, a fragile fissure deepened, revealing hidden longings that had long been suppressed. The following day, the kitchen was transformed into a space of newfound order, as though the past held no significance at all. Yet I felt an undeniable certainty in my heart. No palpable essence, nothing tangible, yet a profound transformation had stirred within me, like an unexpected flame igniting a hidden space, illuminating the shadows of longing. In the corridor, I unexpectedly encountered Ethan. He expressed his gratitude for my role in bringing the meeting to life. He enveloped me in a tender warmth, unaware that his world could shatter with just one truth unveiled. Mason lay on the sofa, lost in a world of unspoken longings. Amidst the laughter, he revealed, "That person is perpetually in motion." I immersed myself in the world of books. As those words washed over me, a tightness gripped my stomach, stirring something deep within. In an unexpected moment, a wave of calm washed over me, as if his name had been absent from my thoughts since the night before. As dawn broke, one by one, the friends began to drift away, each departure tinged with an unspoken longing. I once shied away from exploring the depths. Encountering him was the last thing I desired. Perhaps it was just that way, and that's why the choice of what to wear lingered in the air, heavy with unspoken yearnings. Yet it proved to be futile. As I descended to prepare a cup of tea, I stumbled upon it in the kitchen, a moment that stirred something deep within me. As he savored a sip of his coffee, a spark ignited within him, and he greeted Lauren with a warmth that hinted at unspoken longings. I offered a frosty greeting, concealing the turmoil within me. "Did you find solace in the embrace of sleep last night?" With a knowing smile, he revealed that it was the only choice that felt true. Perhaps I let my feelings run wild last night. An oppressive stillness enveloped the air. Have I revealed a feeling that has stirred something within you? With his eyes fixed on the cup, he dared to voice the unspoken longing. "Would it haunt you to have crossed that line?" I responded. He gazed at me with those youthful, deep and piercing eyes. He lingered in the stillness, a tempest of unspoken yearnings swirling within him. It would hold profound significance for me. In that instant, a wave of longing washed over me. It was something far deeper, a dance of longing and unspoken truths. It was a truth hidden beneath layers of laughter, a moment charged with unspoken longing. That was undeniably real. It was a feeling I had also encountered, one he alluded to now, though he didn't articulate it directly. I pretended to search for something in the pantry, my heart racing with unspoken longing. Nothing transpired, Mason. He revealed his understanding through those words, laden with unspoken longing. Yet, the intangible still holds a weight that can be felt deeply. I let the warmth slide down my throat, a forbidden thrill coursing through me. I attempted to close the conversation, yet he drew nearer. It wasn't my moment to embrace the longing that stirred within me. He acted without fault, untouched by the shadows of wrongdoing. He confined his words to a whisper, shared only in the closeness of intimacy. Were you to find yourself in another place, in a different moment, would your feelings for me shift? I watched it unfold, my heart a tumultuous blend of rage, yearning, and trepidation. I remained silent. It felt utterly unattainable. A bittersweet smile graced his lips, hinting at the depths of longing hidden beneath the surface. He revealed his innermost feelings and then departed, leaving a lingering sense of unfulfilled longing in the air. The day unfolded, resonating with a haunting familiarity. Though the facade appeared flawless, the truth lingered in the shadows, whispering secrets of longing and unspoken yearnings. It wasn't me. My mind was a tempest of longing thoughts. It has nothing to do with him, not due to his youthful years. I had forgotten the sensation of being drawn to something so elusive, yet I found myself confronting an unfamiliar longing. The inevitable moment. To feel that rush once more. The inevitability of staying conscious. To embrace the exhilarating thrill of connection. To revel in the beauty of fleeting glances and unspoken yearnings, unburdened by the weight of obligation or the chains of attachment. That night, I slipped into a black dress, feeling the weight of unspoken longings envelop me, unchanged by anyone, only for my heart to embrace. Upon hearing the news, my husband, as he often does, retreated to his rest. I descended into the evening, seeking solace in a glass of wine, each sip a whisper of longing and unspoken dreams. A void filled with unspoken yearnings. Every thought consumed him, a whirlwind of longing and unspoken yearnings. In that instant, the faint creak of the door echoed through the air, stirring something deep within me. I immerse myself in the world of books. Once more, I find myself in search of my wallet. With a quiet intensity, he revealed, "I have a feeling it might be waiting for me in the kitchen." As I departed, I left behind a glass, my thoughts drifting, away from the moment we shared. This morning, I placed it at the threshold, a silent offering to the unspoken yearnings that linger in the shadows. He moved closer, his demeanor steady, yet beneath the surface, a tempest of longing stirred within him. Today, I perceive you through a lens that stirs something deep within me. My circumstances remain the same. I spoke a truth that was not true. Do you truly believe in this? The manner in which he conveyed it, the evocative portrayal, the subtlety. Every interaction felt like a tantalizing challenge cloaked in polite gestures, a palpable strain that left me bewildered and yearning for understanding. I chose to fold my arms tightly, a gesture of defiance and longing intertwined. This feels so wrong yet so right, yet it stands before us. We lingered in that space, silence enveloping us like a secret longing. It lies just beyond reach. I stifled, a shiver that had nothing to do with fear. It was a longing. In that fleeting instant before revealing my true feelings, I ascended the stairs, my heart racing with unspoken longing. Even as I faced the present, a deep, longing breath echoed within me. It remained shrouded in darkness. He chose not to pursue further. His voice was a soft murmur, barely escaping his lips. Do not shut down entirely. I ensured the door to my sanctuary was firmly shut, softly, deprived of access. In the stillness of the night, I pondered the hidden depths of my soul that had suddenly stirred to life. That night was filled with restless turmoil. Perhaps I lost myself in the flickering light of the candle throughout the night. In my room, the air was thick with unspoken thoughts, each one suffocating the very breath around me. I lay there, gazing at the ceiling, savoring the stillness that enveloped me, a silence that resonates deeply, a hush brimming with longing. Uncertainty lingered in the air as I pondered whether Mason remained on the ground floor. I found myself caught in a whirlwind of uncertainty, questioning whether he had truly departed. I found myself questioning his true intentions about leaving. In the stillness of the early morning, I found myself, rising at 3, drawn by a thirst that whispered secrets of longing as I reached for a glass of water. I wandered through the shadows, my feet touching the cool floor, embracing the enveloping silence of the unlit space. I paused in the kitchen, caught in a moment of reflection. The glass trembled in my grasp, a reflection of the turmoil within me. In that fleeting instant, he came into view, igniting a spark that stirred something deep within me. In the dim light, occupying the same seat as before, a familiar tension lingers in the air. Mason's presence stirred something deep within him when we first crossed paths. Silence enveloped the moment, heavy with unspoken longing. His gaze found me, igniting a spark deep within. I, too, chose to hold my tongue. I merely stepped away for a moment. I poured myself a drink, the glass shimmering with the promise of something more than just refreshment. At last, with a gentle whisper, he revealed that he had remained all along. A wave of understanding washed over me, and I found myself nodding in silent acknowledgement. It felt utterly unattainable for me. What stirs this longing within? I couldn't walk away without uncovering whether you felt the same way I do. I observed the moment unfold. I clutched the glass tightly. I chose to forego any beverage. What if we embrace? I spoke from the depths of my heart. In that moment, I choose to remain. Steer clear of overly dramatic expressions, an undeniable truth lingering in the atmosphere, unveiling the depths of one's soul while embracing every shadow and light that exists within. I murmured softly to myself that this was a moment that defied all reason. It was driven more by my own need for solace than for his sake. Yet it stands before us. He presses on, undeterred, as our eyes flutter shut in surrender. He remains quiet, a storm of unspoken feelings swirling within him. His gaze lingered on me, heavy with unspoken longing. He emphasized that his intention was never to shatter Lauren's world. I have arrived solely to embrace a fleeting instant that I cannot let slip away. In that fleeting instant, a profound understanding washed over me. It was not Mason who dared to tread into the depths of longing and temptation. I was the one who stood there, feeling the weight of unspoken longing. It was my choice, my longing, the weight of the years spent in silence, devoid of yearning, trapped in the role of a mere practical wife, pressed down on me like a heavy, drenched cloak. He embodied that intimate sanctuary where, if only for an instant, I could embrace the essence of my womanhood. Silence enveloped us, heavy with unspoken truths. That action was not essential to pursue. He rose from the chair, a surge of longing coursing through him. I stood frozen in place. The distance that lingered between us was minimal, yet the quiet spoke volumes of unspoken truths and hidden longings. There was an absence of fervent devotion and no impulsive movements to betray hidden longings. A shift within me stirred, an unspoken transformation that lingered in the air, even though no tangible event had unfolded. Even though the physical connection many anticipated never came to fruition, an unspoken understanding blossomed between us, deep and profound, a fleeting moment of deep connection. In the stillness that followed, he departed, shrouded in unspoken words. He gently pushed the chair away, a quiet reminder of his lingering essence. I lingered in that space. It's time to awaken from the depths of longing, embrace the essence of existence, accountable for the unfolding events, unbound by limitations, engaging in a whirlwind of simultaneous actions. The following day, Ethan greeted me in his familiar way. At the start of the week, my husband shared his thoughts on the meeting. As I signaled my consent with subtle movements and began to prepare the morning's first meal, an unsettling sense of detachment washed over me, as if a piece of my soul had slipped away. It is not born from a place of disdain. It is not a matter of betrayal. It was not merely the sensation of being watched, but rather the profound realization that after so long, I truly felt seen. I find it difficult to connect with my husband's sister. The wife remains untouched by food, embracing the essence of femininity. Mason remained absent, lingering in the shadows, never to confront what once was. Yet, the way he gazes at me, the words he chooses, the haunting recollection of that evening lingers in my heart. They lingered in that forbidden space. As time flowed on, the familiar patterns of life resumed, yet beneath the surface, a stirring of unspoken longings began to awaken, at least in what is revealed. My husband has returned to his familiar patterns. On the weekends, Ethan reignited a whirlwind of joy and tumult, stirring emotions long buried, and I, devoted to my craft, my routines, my rituals. Yet, a profound shift had taken root within me. It was not due to the overwhelming rush of affection that had taken hold of me. It was not born from a sense of remorse. It was not just for that reason. It was the chance to truly feel alive, unbound by any constraints or permissions. Fate has kept me from crossing paths with Mason once more. Ethan failed to notice that crucial detail. I chose not to question. We both understood that, in a tale like ours, silence was the only pact we could make. One weekend, as I was lost in the mundane task of cleaning the glasses in the kitchen, Ethan appeared, his smile igniting a spark of something unexpected. Mason found himself captivated by the mystery of your presence. He revealed his feelings, pure and unguarded. Are you for real? I feigned astonishment. He remarked that he sensed a transformation within you. What did your heart whisper in that fleeting instant? What lay beneath the surface of reality? The revelation left me utterly stunned. Ethan had unwittingly unveiled a deeply personal truth, one that stirred a whirlwind of emotions within him. One does not need to share a kiss to offer a piece of oneself that remains unparalleled and deeply cherished by another. Time flowed, each day blending into the next, each month a whisper of longing. The house stood resilient, a silent witness to the echoes of longing and unspoken truths that lingered within its walls. In the same way, my connection was never fully aware to Maz. Perhaps there exists a profound connection, an unspoken understanding, that lovers cultivate as their paths intertwine over the years. At times he watched me from afar, as if grappling with a transformation that had taken place within him. In my own journey, this distance became a pathway for him to uncover the depths of his own feelings. I have always lingered in the shadows, waiting for the moment to emerge. I have never betrayed his trust openly, yet in that moment, a fragment of my essence faded away, and he never came back. Not for Mason, please. It was through him that I unearthed the buried feelings within me, long concealed beneath the remnants of what once was. I chose to guard that truth closely, holding it within the depths of my heart. As I step back into the kitchen, a heavy silence envelopes me, and the haunting memory of that chair sliding away lingers in my thoughts. In the soft glow of twilight, a vessel filled with liquid, holding untold depths of emotion. The unspoken questioner, would it endure if the situation changed? The response that remained unspoken, lingering in the shadows of my heart, a longing that was never acknowledged. At times, the unspoken, the unseen, resonates more profoundly than any physical connection, leaving an indelible mark on the heart. There are moments in life when silence speaks volumes. They remain hidden from the world. The clarity of the explanation leaves much to be desired, yet they linger on. Though hidden from the gaze of the world, they irrevocably alter our self-reflection, stirring deep emotions within us. At times, the deepest wounds are hidden from view, lingering in the heart and soul. It is a fracture in the heart's depths, a lingering gaze that speaks volumes, an unrelenting whisper that echoes in the depths of the heart, a door that lingers, ajar, caught in a moment of hesitation. The lingering uncertainty in the air is whether you were misled or if you have merely awakened a long-buried passion. How do you feel about it? Infidelity often sparks from an intense allure or a thought that lingers in the heart. I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences hold the potential to ignite passion and stir deep emotions within others. If this story resonated with you, I encourage you to join our community by subscribing to the channel, turning on notifications, and sharing this video with others who might seek solace in its depths. In this realm, every narrative pulses with its own hidden allure. Every soul harbors a tale, yearning to be unveiled in the shadows of longing. Until we meet again, your presence here fills this space with an undeniable intensity.